Hi everyone and mabuhay! Welcome back to another new video, and today it's a tutorial on how to do this sort of mochi looking pillow. The materials that you will be needing is this chunky yarn and also a 10mm crochet hook. I'll be leaving the links on how to buy it or where to buy it in the description box below. Next, these are the abbreviations that I will be using as notes throughout the whole video. So then you guys would also get a sense on how to read patterns. To start, we will be doing a magic circle. And once we've done that, put 6 single crochets into the loop. Second row, we will be increasing. Increasing is basically putting 2 stitches in 1 stitch, so the number of stitches would double. The total number of your stitches after the increase should be 12 stitches. For the third row, the pattern that we'll be doing is 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then an increase on the second stitch. So by the time you arrive at the second stitch, you're supposed to have 3 stitches. Now repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet and an increase throughout the whole round. At the end of the round, you're supposed to have 18 stitches. For row 4, the pattern that we'll be doing, the first 2 stitches is 1 single crochet and then an increase. And in the next 3 stitches after the said pattern, we will be doing 2 single crochets and then an increase on the third stitch. Now repeat the pattern of 2 single crochets and an increase until you reach the end. Before you end the round, you're supposed to have 1 stitch left. Put 1 single crochet in that. And the total number of your stitches should be 24 single crochets. For the 5th row, put 3 single crochets on the first 3 stitches and then increase on the 4th stitch. Now repeat the pattern of 3 single crochets and then an increase throughout the whole round. By the end of your round, you're supposed to have 30 single crochets. For rows 6 to 7, single crochet without an increase. For row 8, on the first 3 stitches, put 1 single crochet on the first 2 stitches and then increase on the 3rd. Now after that, for the next 5 stitches, put 4 single crochets on the first 4 stitches and then increase on the 5th. Now repeat that pattern throughout the whole round. Before you end your round, you're supposed to have 2 single crochets left. Now put 1 single crochet on each of them. The total number of stitches should be 36 single crochets after this round. For row 9, on the first 5 stitches, put 1 single crochet. And then increase on the 6th. Now repeat the pattern of 5 single crochets and an increase throughout the whole round. By the end of your round, you're supposed to have 42 single crochets. For row 10, single crochet without an increase. For row 11, on the first 3 stitches, put 1 single crochet and an increase on the 4th. After that, on the next 6 stitches, put 1 single crochet on each and an increase on the 7th. Now repeat the pattern of 6 single crochets and an increase throughout the whole round. And before you end your round, you're supposed to have 3 single crochets left. Now put 1 single crochet in each of them. And the total number of stitches for row 11 should be 48 single crochets. For row 12 to row 16, single crochet without an increase. You also have the option of changing your color, and to change your color, take your yarn, which is already in a slip knot, and pull it through those 2 loops to complete the single crochet. Now continue doing single crochets with that color of yarn, and then snip the previous color while tucking it in. Now continue with your second color of yarn. Once you reach row 17, we will be starting to decrease. So for the first 3 stitches, put 1 single crochet. And then on the 4th stitch, decrease. To decrease, insert your hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over and pull it through those 2 loops. Now complete the single crochet. And that's how you do a decrease. For the next 6 stitches, put 1 single crochet and then decrease on the 7th. Now continue with the pattern of 6 single crochets and then a decrease throughout the whole round. Now before you end your round, you're supposed to have 3 stitches left. Put 1 single crochet in each of them, and the total number of your stitches should be 42 single crochets. Row 18, on the first 5 stitches, place 1 single crochet, and then decrease on the 6th. Now repeat the pattern of 5 single crochets and a decrease throughout the whole round. By the end of your round, you're supposed to have 36 single crochets. For row 12 to row 16, single crochet without an increase. For row 19, on the first 2 stitches, put 1 single crochet, and then decrease on the 3rd. After that, for the next 4 stitches, single crochet 4, and then decrease on the 5th stitch after those single crochets. Now repeat the pattern of 4 single crochets and a decrease throughout the whole round. And in total, you're supposed to have 30 single crochets. For row 20, on the first 3 stitches, put 1 single crochet, and then decrease on the 4th. Now repeat the pattern of 3 single crochets and a decrease until you have 24 stitches left. At this point, you're supposed to be stuffing the pillow before we close it. Make sure that your hole is still wide enough for a lot of stuffing to come through, because once we decrease some more, it will get harder to put in stuffing. For row 21, on the first stitch, put 1 single crochet, and on the second stitch, decrease. After that, on the next 3 stitches, put 2 single crochets on the next 2 stitches, and then decrease on the third. Now repeat the pattern of 2 single crochets and a decrease throughout the whole round. Before you end your round, you're supposed to have 1 single crochet left. Put 1 single crochet before you end your round. And in total, you're supposed to have 18 single crochets. For row 22, on the first stitch, put 1 single crochet, and then decrease on the second stitch. Now repeat the pattern of doing 1 single crochet and a decrease throughout the whole round. By the end of your round, you're supposed to have 12 single crochets. For the last round, row 23, decrease on all of the stitches until you have 6 single crochets left. Now once you've done that, slip stitch on the next stitch. Cut your string with a long thread. Take your needle and weave your needle with the string on each of the stitches of that round to pull it close. And that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys like this, and please do remember that chunky yarn will only give you the result of this pillow, but if you do want a smaller version of this mochi, then you can also use this pattern. You can also locate a PDF pattern in my Ko-fi and Ravelry, so if you need to take notes, then go download the pattern over there. And yeah, that is all for this video. I have a lot more planned, so I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned on both my Instagram and my YouTube pages. So that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to always create with a smile. Bye guys!